It's just not the same online, is it? That's why we're so happy to have the announcement that we can now go up to 25% capacity at St. Mary's. What's that look like? Well, the fire code here is 550 people. Simple math means that we could fit 137 people. The only trick is we have to continue social distancing. So that means 6 feet radius per individual person. Of course, families that come from the same household do not need to separate that far apart. To do so, here at St. Mary's, we've opened up every third pew. And our long pews can fit as many as 8 people. Our short pews on either side of the church, probably more like 4 people. But they could also be filled by 1 or 2 people. We're going to talk through how that'll all work out. To help us do so, I'd like to help you imagine coming in as a new visitor to St. Mary's. Our visitor's name is Mr. Green. Mr. Green happens to look like a number of the models in our church today as napkins, but help me out. Use your imagination and come on in, please. As Mr. Green enters the church today, he notices a few things. First of all, as he does so, he sees some signage in the church reminding him of the 6 feet separation, the need to wear a mask, and the need to sanitize his hands. Also, as he comes around, he sees that there's some markings on the floor. Up front, the communion line, but also here at the bathroom to keep a safe distance. He also notices the basket at the door and also the hand sanitizer at the doors and in the center aisle. Hand sanitizer is obvious to him. The baskets, of course, are for the collection, if he has not chosen to send his collection in the mail or online. As Mr. Green comes in, he again sees that every third pew is open to him. But Mr. Green is very much a sit-up-front kind of guy, so he's going to proceed down the center aisle. And as he does so, he spots this pew over here with the Gold family. The Gold family has 4 members, so they've taken up that side of this open pew. Mr. Green has a good eye for these things. He knows that half pew is 7.5 feet long. So he could safely sit right here in the end of the open pew with the Gold family at the far end. He could do so, but it's not quite far up front enough for him. So he wants to keep going forward. Blocked pew, blocked pew. Here's another open one. He looks down the aisle and he sees the White family. Of course, the White family has 5 members, so they've crossed over onto the other side of this pew, which means that's too close for him. He needs to keep looking. As he does so, he spots another open pew here with Miss Scarlett at the far end. It's a short pew, but with 1 person at that end and 1 person at this end, that would be just right. So Mr. Green takes a knee and he takes his seat. That's helpful for you folks as we try to figure out how to enter into St. Mary's Church at this time at 25% capacity. Next, I'd like to talk to you about the schedule for Masses. We're going to have Mass continuing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at that early 7:30 a.m. time slot. That allows us to offer morning prayer at 8:15. Mass will continue on Tuesday and Thursday at 5:15 in the evening, and then on Saturday morning at 9 o'clock, and Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. Now again, Bishop LaValle has dispensed all of us from the Sunday obligation, so I'd encourage you, whatever Mass you would like to come to. The Sunday Mass we're going to try to continue doing up with music and the hymns, all the readings. The shorter Masses, the weekday Masses, are also wonderful to take part in. So I'd encourage you to do so. The magic number that we're shooting for is 75 participants. That would basically be a full church. In situations where Mr. Green takes half a pew, we can easily fit 75 people. We could fit as many as 137. To help us get to that magic number, we ask you to simply let us know that you're coming. To do so, there's a sign-up feature through Flocknote, probably the way that you're seeing this video. Just let us know what Mass times you would like to come to and how many people are in your party. We'll also be able to access that sign-up through our parish website, or you could just call us at the office. Now, I want to talk to you about how to receive Holy Communion at this time. You might have heard that we're not distributing Holy Communion in the normal time during Mass. It's waiting until after the final blessing so that I can take off my chasuble, I can put on a face mask, I can sanitize my hands, and then begin the slow, deliberate process of inviting people to come forward to receive. As always, it's important to realize there's no obligation to receive. As wonderful as it is to be able to receive our Lord, body, blood, soul, and divinity, sometimes people come to church and are unable to receive. And sometimes these days, that's because they're not able or willing to come that close to another person. We leave that up to everyone's own discretion. But if they do choose to come forward, we ask that they come to the line in the on-deck circle, if you will. They take off their mask, they go forward, bow, and receive. The scientists tell us that in that short window, it's an acceptable risk to be able to be without one's mask. You'll also see over my shoulder a little table with a hand sanitizer and a location where I can put the Blessed Sacrament. If I come in contact with somebody else as I'm distributing Holy Communion, I have to pause, re-sanitize my hands, and then begin the distribution again. When people come forward down the center aisle, it's just like the grocery store. It's one way this way, and then they'll return either to their pew to make a prayer of thanksgiving or to the exit doors going one way down the side aisles. I know this is a lot to process, but the simple message is we're really happy that we can get back to 25%. This is just one more step. This is not normal for us, and this is going to be a work in progress. We're going to try this out for a while. Hopefully the sign-ups work well. Maybe we'll have so many people that we'll need to start reserving seats, but I sure think that this is a good first step for us. Look forward to seeing you here at St. Mary's soon. Until then, know my prayers, and God bless you.